Have you ever looked out across a perfectly calm lake and felt a strange certainty that something underneath just moved? In Montana, on the cold blue expanse of Flathead Lake, people have been telling that story for well over a century. They call it Fleshy, Montana's own lake monster, an eel-shaped, snake-like presence said to glide through deep water with steely black eyes, surfacing just long enough to make you doubt your senses, and then disappearing before you can prove anything at all. The legend really kicks into gear in 1889. A steamboat captain named James C. Kerr was ferrying cargo and around 100 passengers across Flathead Lake on a vessel called the U.S. Grant. Out on the water, Kerr noticed what he thought was a log, something long and dark, drifting on the surface. But as the boat closed in, it didn't float like a log. It moved. Passengers stared. The thing rose and rolled in the water like a living body, big enough that witnesses described it as whale-like. And then, because humans always do this when fear hits, someone on board reportedly fired a shot at it. The creature dove, and just like that, Flathead Lake had its monster. From there, the sightings didn't stop. They scattered across decades: fishermen, families, tourists, people who swear they weren't looking for attention and didn't think it was funny. Descriptions vary, but the core details repeat again and again. They describe something long, often said to be 20 to 40 feet, round-bodied, moving in an undulating motion like a serpent. Some claim its skin is brown to blue-black, slick and reflective when it breaks the surface. And the eyes people fixate on, the eyes dark, oily, and unsettlingly intelligent. It's rarely described as thrashing or attacking. That's not Flessy's style. Fleshy is a glimpse, a line in the water, a rise, a roll, a vanishing, like the lake itself blinked. And then there's the year that locals still point to when they want to sound serious: 1993. While most years might only produce 1 or 2 reports, that year brought a flood around a dozen sightings in a single season. More people, more stories, more of the same impossible shape sliding through Flathead's depths. Of course, skeptics have their explanations. Some say it's a giant sturgeon, and Flathead Lake does have big fish history and the right kind of "what the hell was that" water conditions. Waves that can create weird rolling humps, logs that can drift like creatures, and lighting that turns ordinary movement into something monstrous at the right angle. But here's the thing that keeps the legend alive. Even if you explain away one sighting, you don't explain away all of them. Not easily. Not when the descriptions line up across time, people who never met, reporting the same long body, the same surface roll, the same feeling of dread that hits right after the sighting ends. And Flathead Lake is deep enough, wide enough, and wild enough to hold on to secrets. That's why Fleshy still lives in Montana folklore, because on a quiet day when the lake turns to glass and the mountains reflect perfectly on the surface, it only takes one strange ripple, one long, dark shape, one silent rise in the wrong place, to make you realize how easy it would be for something to hide down there. And if you ever see a smooth, eel-like back arc through the water, slow, deliberate, then vanish without a sound, don't panic. Don't shout. Just remember what Flathead locals already know. Some lakes don't give up what they're keeping.